Alright, well, we're back and I have actual recording for you guys this time. The goal for the video today is to get some gear and okay, in particularly iron. I should probably make food. Um, two videos back to back is kind of crazy for me, man. I look at the upload schedule, but I do have some stuff I do want to talk about, mainly in particularly, oddly about hobbies. And that's because I guess, like, because, all right, we're going to start off with the fact 17, mentioning that again. I'm 17, turning 18 soon, this July. And with that, I've come to realize like that there's a lot of people out there, teenagers and adults included, I would assume, who don't think they have time for hobbies. And I guess I've always wondered and thought why that is. Um, Mainly due to the fact also, so if you guys hear the alarm in the background, I do apologize. It is another video made at 3 in the morning. This I plan on making this shorter. Um, I've always wondered why that is, as to why adults or people in general just have always like come to aspire as to why they don't have enough time. Because in my eyes, I've always seen it as, yes, you're busy, yes, you can do this and that, but as a skateboarding YouTuber I know of named John Hill said in one of his videos a while back that I was watching, even if you practice only 20 minutes a day, those 20 minutes are going to add up and make you better than most people in that hobby or most people in general, because it's not like, sorry, it's not like you're trying to compete with anyone. Like, yes, having competition and stuff is always nice for keeping you in a hobby or keeping you going towards a hobby, but 20 minutes a day every day is an hour 40, right? No, it's more. um 20 minutes a day every day is going to total up to 2 hours 20 minutes. That's 2 hours 20 minutes more than you would have spent if you didn't spend at all. And it's not like 20 minutes is hard to find, and it's not like all too much if you think about it, because with just 20 minutes, think about it, it's just reducing screen time. And instead of putting screen time on something such as TikTok, or just endlessly scrolling on some social media, or doing nothing but rotting in your bed, instead you could spend that time on something creative like art, or something outdoorsy like a sport, or so on. Oh, I found a cave. That's kind of sick. um But yeah, with that is also the initial thought process of, oh, what if I can't find 20 minutes? You can, anyone can. Finding 20 minutes in a day to spare isn't the most difficult thing, whether no matter what time it is. And because of that, I feel that many people underestimate how much time they actually have on their hand until they get obsessive or obsess over something, and that whether it be a hobby or someone. And it's just like, how do you want to spend your time? Do you want to spend your time doing practically nothing, which if you're fine with that, that's more than fine. If you're happy doing nothing and just enjoying your day like that, that's fine. Clearly you enjoy just spending some time relaxing. You don't need that hobby because you probably already have one. You're trying to relax from a hobby or being busy. But for example, me being 17, I have practically nothing to really do. It's not like I have a child or I have a job. That's what I plan on doing, getting next week. Or I'm not in school right now, and I plan on applying. But then my life is gonna be busy. But like I talked about in the last video, I want to make YouTubing and posting videos a hobby. It's something I do on the side. It's probably gonna be stuff I do at late at nights, like I'm doing right now. Cause one, it's quiet. Two, no one can bother me. And with the fact that no one can bother me and no one can judge me or shame me, and then I don't think about it because it's late at night. I'm gonna sleep soon anyways. I sleep it off. Then I just wake up and see, oh, like for example, the video I posted yesterday, 60 views. And it's just like, yeah, I spent a lot of time, but I was gonna play Minecraft either way. Might as well put something I enjoyed into it, you know? Like I can find the time and I can manage it because it's not like I'm gonna spend all my time being busy on solely Minecraft. And that's the point I'm trying to get across, is that I encourage people to start hobbies or get into things or try out new hobbies because, like I said, even if it's 20 minutes and only 20 minutes, you're still putting in. If you do it every day, that's 2 hours 20, and multiply that by 52. That's about 100 hours a year just spent on a hobby. Like you're gonna improve, even if you might not see a significant improvement at the start. At some point you're gonna start realizing, hey, I'm improving, and hey, I'm getting better at this. Maybe it's gonna take you longer, but at least you're doing something you enjoy, something that's keeping you happy, something that's keeping you motivated. um I'm finding a lot of iron here. This is kind of amazing. I have like no coal though. Oh wait, no, I do have coal. Yeah, okay, I'm fine. um oh, I'm at deep slate. But yeah, I've always just thought, like, why can't people find time to pursue a hobby or such? And maybe you who's viewing this doesn't have that issue and this entire topic is dumb, but like, for example, I another issue is people make excuses for their hobbies and why to not do them, like if they're busy or something, when they're not. And this goes for me too, and it's something I need to work on and improve on. Because, right, me talking about skateboarding. Today it rained, and only for a period of time where I lived, it rained, okay? With that fact, I made, and my younger brother, I've been trying to teach him how to skate. Um, with that fact, I was like, it rained, like, let's not skate, even though it wasn't raining anymore, and it was 8. And it's just me trying to make an excuse as to why. And I've noticed that a lot of people, no matter what age, you're making an excuse as to why you're not doing something, whether it's for the better of your improvement and something you genuinely enjoy, or it's just for a little hobby. Maybe you might not enjoy it as much as you used to as you were younger, but you still enjoy it nonetheless, and that's why you still, I guess, in a sense, do that hobby and participate in said hobby. And that's how I am with skating. I wouldn't say I enjoy it nearly as much, and I never really would say I've been too adamant on doing tricks and stuff. I've been skating for a couple of years. Honestly, filming is my favorite part. When I have the opportunity to skate with friends and just film them and watch them do tricks, it just amazes me. Like, of course, I want to skate and do tricks and learn tricks, but it's not like my main motivation. I enjoy filming so much more. And it's not even just with skating. I've always realized that I've enjoyed filming and cinematography and so on. That's why for a while I was really heavily into that. But that's a story for another day. But that's the point. It's like I was, even then, like, even though I didn't enjoy one aspect, or it's, I did enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I did another aspect, doesn't mean I'm not gonna pursue the hobby because it's like the main part of the hobby isn't enjoyable, or I'm not as interested in one part, or I'm not as interested as I used to be. I'm still gonna do it, and it correlates back to the excuses, because I made an excuse today with my younger brother, and I kind of regret that I did, because he's been asking to learn, and I've been saying, yeah, I'll teach you, but I keep making excuses because I'm not in the mood to skate. But in reality, I love skateboarding. I love every aspect of it, and I'm never like would say like, yeah, I've gotten mad or frustrated at it from me messing up tricks or so on, and losing tricks from not being able to skate and so on. But I would never say like I have ever like hated skateboarding or anything like that. Um, and at times I can't put in as much time and so on, but I still try to because I don't want to get rusty or bad at skateboarding and just not progress. Also, this is all for an iron chip. I'm not getting iron. I'm getting diamond right now. Like, what am I doing? Um, speak of the devil. Um, but yeah, it's a weird thing to talk about as a 17-year-old to be like, pursue your hobbies because I'm 17. I don't have all too much life experience, but like I said, I've come to realize that people just don't pursue their hobbies, and I find that sad. Not like them as people are sad or anything. I just find it sad because it's like you clearly enjoy something, and whether what someone says or what someone does to anger you or annoy you, you shouldn't let that get to you, especially when it comes to your hobby, and try not to make excuses for it. Um, because it's your hobby. Why would you be mad or upset about what someone says? It's like as long as you're enjoying it and you should be happy, man. Like there's no reason for you to take what they're saying all too hard. Like of course, defend your hobby and don't be afraid to show that you enjoy your hobby, but like at the same time, it's like if someone's just talking to talk and they've never participated in said hobby and have no idea what they're talking about and just judging you, don't let that push you down. And if you feel as if you don't have time, I can almost guarantee you do. Um, it's just how you spend your time is something you need to manage, which is gonna be a whole talk about another video, time management. I'm not sure when I'll make that. Probably when I'm better at it myself, because I'm not the best at that. Um, but yeah, I really advise for you to get into a hobby, pick something up, whether it's something silly like reading comics, like it's not something you'll improve, but it's a hobby, collecting comics and just reading them. It's not a hobby that people are ashamed of either or afraid to say, "Hey, I like comic books and I like reading comic books and participating in things like Comic-Con." Yeah, maybe it's embarrassing when like you say it out loud, but at the same time it's like why would you care whether it's embarrassing or not? You enjoy it. Like what other people think shouldn't affect you and what you want to do is in your free time. And I know that does go hand in hand with me saying, oh, how you spend your time might also affect how you approach your hobby. But for example, there are many studies from what I've heard at least. I'm not gonna say, oh, this is correct or anything. I want to start reading up on this though. There are many studies showing that just spending your time in a room secluded on your phone is more likely to make you depressed and unmotivated as a person, and that might affect your like how you see your hobby or what you enjoy doing. And that's the point I'm trying to get across here is, hey, like there's no need for all that. And there's no need for you to be upset when all you gotta do is just work towards your hobby and work on it. Maybe it's going to be difficult or maybe it's going to be a little annoying at times pursuing it because there's going to be issues or trouble along the way with life, but if you can find time for your hobby, I'm sure you'll end up more happy because I've picked up a lot of hobbies and things I've quit or things I just didn't enjoy as much as skateboarding, but even then with all those hobbies that I've picked up or just I guess became very like attached to or enjoy heavily with all those things I have come to learn a lot from other people that enjoy the hobby or just in general I just learned a lot And I feel that's something that isn't really looked on with hobbies. You learn so much about people, culture, and so much just from something as simple as putting in 20 minutes a day into a hobby. Maybe some hobbies need more time. And if so, find it. Um and if you can't, that's fine. Deal with or manage with what you have. Maybe it'll take you longer to do something or manage something, or you're just gonna have enough time to sustain where you are in skill or in knowledge. But I feel that even 20 minutes is more than adequate. I'm a little lost. I'll cut back to when I'm up. Just in time. Is it gonna be night or day? Sun is rising. Perfectly timed. Um, yeah. So back to the main topic at hand, and that's hobbies. I wish I had better examples, or I wish I knew what I was talking about, but yet again, I'm not all too like experienced in life or so on to be talking or rambling all too much about this, because hey, I'm not no life coach, you know. I talked about that. I'm not gonna be here to give the best advice or anything. You guys are, I hope you guys just enjoy me rambling about something that I'm passionate about or something I enjoy, like hobbies, and I wondered why people don't pursue them. It's an example of this is I've of course have made and lost many friends along the way of high school. Um and especially now that I have graduated, I have realized I'm not talking to nearly as many people. So, those friends that I had or those acquaintances that I had, I'm not going to know them, or I did know them, but a lot of them I realized that just kind of rot all day in bed and don't do much. And there's nothing wrong with that, like I said, but there's something wrong with it when you have wanted to start a hobby or do something and you just feel that you can't, or that you don't have the time. And I've always found that saddening because it's like you do have the time, you're spending time just rotting. And honestly, it's like, oh, I don't have money or so on. Maybe it's an expensive hobby, but save, put money aside, and figure something out, get a job, you know? Like, of course, it's a lot easier said than done, but I feel that is the best way to just the best way to think about it. Okay, that's a big cave. It's not even a cave, it's a ravine. But it's to just go at it and just try to achieve the like goal you're going for and pursue your hobby. Cuz at the end of the day, hobbies makes so many people more happy, and it's probably obvious, or I'm just repeating a dead bush that's probably talked about a lot, or I'm repeating a dead bush, beating a dead bush, you know. Um, but it's talked about so much, but nobody really gives advice, or nobody really talks about it in a way of where they're trying to help you, or not even help, but just talk about the subject too in depthly. And I feel like it's such an important topic, especially for our, or not our, but especially for my age range. But then there's also people who are older who continue the same pattern of not continuing to find a hobby when they're depressed and stuff, and they're like, I don't do anything with my life. Like, hey, start up a hobby, you'll find something to do with your life. That sounds so messed up to say out loud. um, but it's true. It's honestly is. It's like if you feel as if you're doing nothing with your life and you're just wasting it away and rotting and just letting the days pass you by, I feel that you should pick something up. Um, I wish I had a motivational quote or a quote that I could use. If I find one, I'll put it up in the screen. I'll probably add it after this. Um, but this little segment. But yeah, it's that if you feel that way or if picking up a hobby is the best, I would recommend something like skateboarding because that's the hobby I'm interested in and it's something I've really enjoyed and come to really enjoy and I don't think I'll ever give up the hobby. I'm gonna need that later. But I've come to really enjoy skateboarding and enjoying the community and people I've met along the way and it's so amazing and I recommend skateboarding. It's such a fun thing and it's not like you have to be a good skateboarder or anything. Just enjoy yourself. That's the point of skateboarding. And yeah, I feel that people don't acknowledge the fact that if they were to pick up a hobby or pursue what they've really enjoyed for a while now, but they've been afraid or scared, I feel that fact is holding a lot of people back. For example, I don't know if I'm allowed to say my friend's name, so my really close friend, we'll give him the name. What's a good name? We'll give him the name Bob. All right, Bob. Okay, he lives in Arizona. I've known him since fifth grade. He he moved in fifth grade too, so that's crazy. He's one of my closest friends, and it's a long distance friendship, bro. Like, come on, so silly. He is a person who I've always aspired and thought about highly. Though we've had moments where we disagreed or argued in serious arguments, because it's friends, you know. And I've known him for so long, of course, you know. And there's moments where both of us probably didn't agree with each other's choices with what we're doing in our lives or how we thought about one another because we've changed a lot as people throughout the time. But he's still one of my closest friends, and I hope he sees me the same way. Um, but for example, today he called me talking about the YouTube video I made, and afterwards he started talking about how he is in a team for basketball, I believe. And that is so amazing to me because it's like he's always enjoyed basketball. He's always wanted to do basketball. And even now that he's in college and I'm pretty sure he's in college right now. Um and he's working, he still manages to find time for basketball because it's something he genuinely enjoys. And though yes, it's rough and yes, it's probably difficult at times, he still really enjoys it and it's so inspiring, not aspiring, wrong word. It's so inspiring to see that. Also, the reason I'm collecting cobble is because I plan on making a little starter base right there where that patch is. Um, yeah, but it's so inspiring to see that he's still pursuing that, and though life has gotten hard for him and things have been difficult, basketball has always found a way to stay in his life and motivate him from what I've been able to tell. It's always been there for him. Like, I'm sure there's been times when he didn't want to play or didn't want he didn't feel motivated to play and so on, but he still found time to, and the reason being is cuz he really enjoys it. And I'm sure it also at times has helped get him out of a slump of tough times he has been through. How does this look? I feel like this is it's all right. I need to maybe break this right here and move it over a couple tiles. But yeah, I feel that it has helped him in so much ways and that he'd probably if he's seeing this, I'm pretty sure he'll know who I'm talking. I'm pretty sure he'll know that it's him and that I'm talking about. But he also is very encouraging because he knows because I told him, hey, I plan on making a video about hobbies because yeah, why not? And he was like, you should. And honestly, he's done a lot of bad in his life. I'm not gonna say he's the most perfect man or anything, but he's also done a lot of good. And I feel that something that has helped him stay that way is the fact that he enjoys basketball. Also, I plan on not just making it this. This is like the base layer. um, yeah, I feel that basketball has really helped him become the person he is and blossom into the flower he's becoming, you know? Um, yeah. And I feel that anyone can do that. Anyone can get motivation or have something to do on the side that will always be there to help them through tough times and just help them throughout everything when things get tough, or like I just said, I'm sorry for repeating that, but while things get tough or while things just seem difficult, you'll just have a hobby there to pick up and help you out, whether you just want to get your mind off of things or whether you just want to have fun and do absolute like spend your time doing something like art or reading or so on. Just any hobby, picking it up is the best thing, because you have to realize that the most difficult part of starting something, or the most difficult part about a habit or keeping something going, is starting. All right. Um, that's about 90% of the pressure. But once you get down to it, once you get to the bare bones, it's gonna be really good. And I feel, yeah, that finding time for your hobby or interest is also the most relieving thing in the world when you've had a stressful day and you just have a hobby like skateboarding, or my friend who plays basketball, or some of my friends who enjoy soccer, or some people who even enjoy gaming. I wouldn't recommend gaming because I talked about sitting in a room all day and screen, but like let's say if you had a really busy day and you just want to relax and chill and play a game, like that's fine. There's no issue with that. It's not like it's a sin to just participate in just a little bit of relaxing. Like there's no issue with that. And I feel that many people also shame hobbies such as gaming. Um because it seems like something like, hey, you're being lazy, you're not doing anything productive. But what if they've had a very productive day, you know? Um and I guess I'm rambling on about the same things, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. So I guess the main point I'm trying to get across here, or the main thing I'm trying to get across here, is don't be afraid to pursue a hobby or to participate in something you've been wanting to. Don't let that hold you back. Um, don't let that be the fear factor for you of why you haven't done so, you know? I feel that so many people regret a lot in their life, and regretting not participating in a hobby is probably one of the most saddening things to see, because it's like you had so much time and you could have. Also, I made too many stairs, I believe. Oh, yeah. Oh no, it worked out. Especially because of the fact that it's not like picking up a hobby is the end of the world, or it's not like it's shameful. Like picking up a hobby and continuing and just going at it is fine. No one's ever gonna judge you or say that you're dumb for picking up a hobby. It's always good to just have something to go on when you need your mind off of something, or just always nice to have when you want to just not rot away and just chill in your bed all day and spend your time doing nothing. You know, doing something, I feel maybe it's not the most productive thing. Maybe your hobby is reading comic books. Like, no shame to it, by the way. It's a fine hobby. I enjoy comic books myself. I'm a partaker. Um, but we only live once, and why spend your time worrying about, hey, maybe this hobby isn't that cool, or hey, maybe I shouldn't participate in this because it's not rad or something. I don't know, man. Sorry, I'm not the best with words here. Instead of thinking like that, just do it, man. We only live once. There's no need to be afraid of what others think and what others will say because you enjoy a hobby that maybe they don't enjoy nearly as much. Um, yeah, I'll cut to when I'm working on the floor. All right, we are back. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the main point I'm trying to get across here is there's no need to be afraid of what others think about you or the hobby you're trying to pursue. And yeah, and also I'm gonna try making this video shorter. I'm gonna end it soon. Because yeah, the last video wasn't supposed to be nearly that long. It just ended up being that long. It was just me talking about the channel, but yeah, I guess to get the ender here is to the main thing I'm trying to get across here is don't be afraid to try something new or aspire to do something like a hobby, especially something like a hobby, because that is such an important aspect as to what people do, and it helps develop the person you will be or the person you are right now, because there's so much a hobby does for a person that it is amazing, especially when you see someone develop in so many good ways because of a hobby. And I feel that if you're holding yourself back from a hobby, I feel that you should try and pursue it, because you don't want to end up being sad or mopey later on in life because hey, you didn't pursue something as silly as a little hobby that maybe will become something that gets you through a lot in your life. Um, and that's how I feel about. Oh, I could have made this a little farm area actually. That would have been cool. It's already too late. It's fine. Um, but yeah, I just say pursue your hobby. Don't be afraid and don't don't hold yourself back in that way. It is saddening, if I'm honest, if I'm being honest here, to see someone who really enjoyed something stop because of something like, hey, money, or hey, I don't have time. You do have time. It's just, are you willing to put that time in and try to work on your hobby and find the time to work on your hobby, you know? And maybe this advice makes sense to some of you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe some of you can care less. The entire point of this is to give an idea and insight as to something I feel strongly about, especially something that I feel that affects many people on the daily. I I feel like talking about those type of topics or subjects are the best thing to do. Um, yeah, this is gonna become a little cellar, and the building is gonna be up there. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this, and maybe next video you guys will see an actual building, hopefully. All right. Remember, but this is gonna be the end of the video. But remember, don't be afraid to pursue your hobby just because someone says something or you feel you don't have enough time. I recommend you find the time and do something about it, because you only live once, and you should try to be as happy and enjoy it as much as possible. Maybe there's going to be hardship, but maybe that hobby you pick up will help you continue on. And don't be afraid to reach out to something that maybe might put you out your comfort zone, but you're interested in. Just pursue it and enjoy yourself. All right. And that's the end of my video. I will see you guys some other time.